Henry. I'm the Youth Stewardship Coordinator at the Couchiching Conservancy, and we're here today at Whitney Wetlands. We have gorgeous, provincially significant wetlands. However, in order for an animal to access that entire wetland complex, they are forced to cross Monk Road, or County Road 45, at a fairly narrow, what we call a pinch point. And unfortunately, we are seeing a lot of wildlife mortality on this road through a community science program called Wildlife on Roads. In that program, we would have volunteers head out at first on a monthly basis, surveying the roads for signs of wildlife, either traveling across the roads or looking at tracks in the road shoulder, as well as things like scat or animal poo on the side of the road. But we would also look for roadkill, so animal carcasses that would signify an unsuccessful crossing attempt on this road. And then more recently, we were doing weekly road surveys in order to give us a better idea of the quantity of animals. The first thing we're going to be doing is installing a wildlife exclusion fence. That's going to prevent a variety of smaller wildlife from being able to actually access the road in the first place. Thankfully, there is an alternative route that goes right underneath the road. There is a concrete box culvert that can be utilized for a variety of wildlife who are able to swim through water as it is flooded year-round. Now, because we are excluding a variety of wildlife from the road, we also have to modify that culvert to allow terrestrial wildlife who can't or won't swim through a flooded culvert to be able to access the other side of the wetland as well. So we will be installing a terrestrial shelf or ledge, as well as ramps that span all the way the inside of that culvert. It'll be mounted on the inside. That way, wildlife are able to go through the culvert without getting wet. The hope with this kind of exclusion fence in terrestrial passive combo, we can see significant decrease in roadkill in this area, and because of the length of this fence, as well as the modifications to the culvert that we're making, mainly our turtle populations at the wetland, who are disproportionately affected by road mortality. It's also safer for drivers as they're coming across this road. It's a little bit of a blind turn and people will travel fairly fast. So it will prevent people like me from slamming on the brakes as they come around a corner. There's a lot of reasons why animals who should be able to use that culvert don't. Part of it is the way the culvert is integrated into the surrounding area. It is a fairly foreign looking structure. There's no natural substrate at the bottom. Essentially, it's a big concrete hallway. Whereas if you're a turtle or a beaver and you're going through this nice, highly vegetated area, lots of places to hide. So, believe it or not, they will choose to go through the road, as that seems a lower risk than going through something as intimidating as a culvert. But we also have a lot of turtles that are nesting on the sides of these roads and the road shoulders. And based on the location of those nests, some of the hatchlings will emerge instead of going down into the wetland that's pretty heavily shaded by these trees. They will go up onto that bright reflective road. And unfortunately, we see a lot of roadkill in the spring because of that.